Let us unpack Standard Bank bursary program. Standard Bank is a very big bank, so they offer different kind of bursary or bursaries. However, our main focus will be on the CASA bursary or CA bursaries, not the other program. So we're going to be looking at the minimum requirements of those bursaries and what you need to have in your possession if you wish to apply for the bursary, as well as the closing date for the bursary. So, what is Standard Bank? Standard Bank is a leading financial institution in Africa, not only in South Africa, but in the whole Africa. It providing a wide range of banking and financial services to individuals, business, institutions across continent. It is the largest African banking group by asset. So, Standard Bank is the biggest bank in Africa. So anyone would love to work with them. So now let's us unpack and see what we have in the bursary, or rather the bursary program that is offered by the bank. So what do they cover if you're successfully in your application? They will cover your full tuition cost. They'll cover your textbooks, the accommodation, medical aid, living allowance, laptop, mentoring, and psychological support. So, what is different when we're looking in terms of the coverage of Standard Bank? There are things that are mainly not covered by most bursaries, like your medical aid and mentoring and psychological support. So, in addition to full tuition cost, accommodation, living allowance, and laptop, they will also provide you what you will need to carry you throughout your university days. It's mentoring and also psychological support. Why is it important for you to get mentoring and psychological support? Mentoring, you need someone that will guide you throughout the struggles in university, and also what are you expecting to see when you are done with your studies. Psychological support, there can be challenges in university. It can be bullying, can be the studies challenges, any kind of challenges that you might experience. They will be there to support you in order to enable you that you are eventually successful in your course. So that's basically what it covers. That's the best you can get when it comes to the bursary offering. Now, how do you apply for the bursary? First, you need to be South African citizen. It is very important that you are not coming from the neighboring country or any other country, but you are a South African citizen. You need to have achieved an average of 65% and above in the latest examination mid-year or June. You need to be registered for full-time undergraduate or postgraduate studies, and you need to meet the minimum admission requirement for the university you're applying for. And then which courses do they offer bursaries for? As I've already stated, they offer bursaries that rankings they're ranging from accounting, mathematics, statistics. However, our main focus will be on accounting. So they do provide actual science, analytics, commerce, computer and data science, economics, engineering, finance, information technology, investment, mathematics, and statistics. So those are kind of bursaries they offer for candidates who wish to apply for them. However, the requirements still stand. You need to be South African, and also you need an average of 65% and above. So those are the important things when it comes to the requirements. Now, how to apply? In order to apply, you need to click on the link. We'll go on the link in order to see the closing date and further information. However, before we go to the link, let us see here. This is the 2026 bursary application that you will be finishing. It is the bursary for next year, and it will open on the first. It has opened already, and it will close on 30 September 2025. So it is very important that you have your application done before 30 September 2025, as that will be your closing date. And any application that will be received post 30 September 2025 will not be considered by Standard Bank. Now let's us go and click and see the additional information that you need to understand when you want to apply for bursary. So obviously you'll be applying for Standard Bank Group, and then they offer the bursary for undergraduate. The minimum requirements is 65% and above in the latest examination. So depending on what is your latest examination, you need to have 65% and above. Applicants must be registered for full-time and time undergraduate status. Applicants will be required to participate in a formal assessment process, including but not limited to psychometric evaluation and an interview. Financial needs is considered in application. So let's just summarize here and see what is important. It is important for you to understand that you will go on the psychometric and interview. So part of the things that you will have to comply with in order for you to go or to be eligible for this bursary. So we are looking at undergraduate, and obviously we're looking at someone doing second year of studies and onwards. Then obviously postgraduate requirements are pretty much almost the same. Then let's just look at the bursary details again. As I've already stated, they will give you your university fees, the accommodation. In a university resident or private accommodation cost will be subject to certain limit to be explained to successful candidates upon the provisional bursary application. And when it comes to meal provided by the university or self-catering, and then books and other study material, laptop, and monthly stipend to cover other living costs. Transport between home and campus 4 times a year at the cost of the bus ticket. Right. So you will get what you will need in university. That pretty much everything that you will need in the university, and they will be funding that. Then selection criteria. It is important for you to remember again 65% and above aggregates is very important for you to be eligible. Now, how to apply? Application must be completed on Study Trust online application platform hosted by DevMan. And that has to be before 30 September to be considered for the bursary for the next year. Then follow the apply button. So that means you need to follow the apply button at the bottom in order for you to be able to complete the application. So the documents that you need certified copy of ID, proof of all academic results, grade 12 certificate, and full tertiary academic record, and proof of combined household income. So these are the documents that you need to have in your possession when you apply for the bursary. So now it is important to understand that you might not be at the possession of all this information that is required here. However, we know everyone has to have an ID to apply. So everyone is expected that will be able to provide an ID. And then when it's come to grade 12 certificate, if you're still in matric, you will need to provide your grade 11 as well as midterm matric results. And then also the proof of combined income, it will be your pay slip. If no one is working, please go and do an affidavit to explain no one is working and how are you getting money. And then you obviously be writing on your affidavit. The closing date, it is 30 September and the applications are open already. And then when it comes to how are you going to apply, you need to click here and then follow the steps that follows. That takes us to the end of Standard Bank bursary information that I wanted to share with you. If you have any question or you want to be assisted with the bursary application, please feel free to drop your comment and then I will be able to assist you. All the best in the application for the bursary for next year, and goodbye.